This is the huge lucky pet. It's one of the newest huge pets in Pet Simulator X, worth over 4 trillion gems, and I'm gonna spend 1 hour of my life trying to hatch it from 1,000 lucky blocks. But first, let's get the basics out the way. Teacher Teddy here. The yellow lucky block, the smallest out of the 3 lucky block family, is likely to hatch the huge lucky pet. At least we know that it's dog water now. The blue lucky block, medium size. I like to say this is probably uncommon or pretty rare to find in some worlds. And lastly, the pink lucky block, way bigger, and luckily I watched Big Games' preview of the new update hours before the update release, and if you have paid attention, Josh mentioned that the bigger the lucky block,
the better chance you have at getting the lucky egg, because you don't get the lucky egg every single time. It's a cool new system that people are gonna like, and there is a huge
thank you, Joshy Poo. Wait, who put this in a script? Keep in mind, Preston recently just updated the game, probably to change the chances of hatching the huge lucky pet, but who knows. And while we're scrolling through the Big Games Discord server, there were a few people who claimed to know the chances of hatching the huge lucky pet. Not sure how, maybe they have access to the game files already, but apparently the lucky egg's chance is way different from any other egg in the game, meaning it has its own chance. And there was a lot of chaos going on in the server yelling about the sudden restart of the entire game. Additionally, here's a comment explaining why. Connor is a developer and made it to get the huge lucky pet easier, so that's why it restarted. If you guys didn't know, the new chances of getting the huge was from 1 in 100 million to 1 out of 4,000. Not sure if this is actually confirmed or not, but I do know that our good leaker, Kopi from RBXG Elite, says chances got buffed for huge lucky. It's now 1 in 250,000. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The devs do care about our fingers and wrists. Hey yo, when were we ever this close to reaching 2,000 Grizz members? We could use method number 1, the most dog water method we've used for the copy and paste, the Easter update. So why not come over here to our exclusive shop, then scroll to your super lucky and ultra lucky boost, use them to your advantage.
But Ted, Preston said they don't even work.
Yeah, no. In this video on your screen, we've actually talked about this before and confirmed that Preston was wrong at the time, and one of Big Games' moderators also confirms that boosts do work now. For some reason, they weren't working at the time of the Autumn and Cat update, and that's how we've had so many huges and sadly gave them away to fans. With our boost stacking and using the boost machine along with that, the server boosts do work tremendously. Imagine using the 25 times insane lucky event and right away you hatch the huge lucky pet. I think I'll cry and fart, not gonna lie. Before using method number 1, you're gonna have to make sure to have pretty strong pets for whichever world we're gonna be using these methods in. And if you're new, I highly recommend hatching for turkeys since they're the second best, strongest pets in the game. Take the time to really do this limited autumn event. Anyways, I'll be using the old Betsy method, angling your camera and placing your character between 2 worlds. Place your cursor here in the middle and then spam click while holding your left or arrow key and you're done from there. You can even use your auto clicker if you like. Use the time to grab something to eat, play the Xbox, touch grass. Pretty much saves our time and even from using our fingers to spam click for hours, unless you're a mobile player. And I genuinely do feel bad for you guys. And for the second method, it's gonna be very quick. Basically, I'm gonna be doing the same steps for method number 1, but we're not gonna be using an auto clicker this time. We're doing the same method. I'm gonna have to make sure to keep holding my right arrow key, angle the camera like this, have my cursor in one spot where the line is, and we're going to be using the chat. If I click in the chat area for when we want to type in, and we're now locked in. I no longer need to keep holding down my arrow key anymore, and now the game won't even stop our camera rotating. But the bad thing about using this method is that I have to manually spam click across my screen. But there is an optional way. I could use my auto clicker just for the clicking part, And that's that. I definitely rate the second method 7 out of 10 just because of that. Since I haven't showed our method number 3 just yet, I'll save the best for last. However, I've noticed something. If you notice anything about the update, you would have thought that there must be an easier way to hatch the huge lucky pet, other than just sitting on your desk, spam clicking till your fingers break, right? Yes, the copy and paste Easter update, the lucky update actually has a loophole into spawning more lucky blocks. Super OP, but let's just hope Preston doesn't patch nothing. Here are the pros and cons of what world we're going to be using the third method for. Here's the pros. Every fantasy world is separate from each other. I'm guessing everybody already knows that. Some islands are bigger, means more breakable. That counts for the ancient island and hunted. Some of them even have more breakables than others. Along with having strong pets, breaking anything makes the game spawning lucky blocks more common. And as for the cons, some islands are smaller than others, means less breakables. Then again, this could possibly be a pro because there is heaven. Another con, a few islands have some block parts that will forcibly stop you from spawning in lucky blocks. This can easily be annoying at times, and this really counts for the ancient, a bit of blocking in the background. The samurai world, it has walls, and as for the candy, it has chocolate bars coming from the ground. For hunted, is really not much since the arch is pretty thin, and a lot of larger rocks in the way on the Hell Island. Another note, the Hell Island is very small, but has a lot of breakables. And as for results, the ancient, hunted, and the heaven islands are the best places to use method number 1 while being AFK. And I didn't tell you guys this, but ever since the start of this video, we've set our 10 alt accounts to AFK while using method number 1. That's doubling our chances than using one account. So far, we're only 25 minutes in and hatched at least two normal huge lucky pets. But bad news, we've wasted 15 minutes because Roblox had an error and all 10 accounts had to be paused and set up all over again. Now we have 40 minutes left. Roblox potato servers really be on my nerves lately. But surprise, surprise, while our army of alts accounts are constantly breaking hundreds of lucky blocks, we're entering phase 1. Meaning we're going to be checking 3 trading servers to see if any one of them have at least a huge lucky pet. If nobody has it for index, then we can continue the challenge. If they do, then we've successfully accomplished the challenge in the quickest way possible before our 1 hour is up, but that's no fun, so we're gonna try anyways. Phase 1 failed. Every server we go with, we always get noticed by fans. For phase 2, we went on over to the Big Games Discord looking for anyone who has a hold of the huge lucky pet. There were so many super expensive offers, but there was one that really stuck out like a sore thumb. This person is trading the huge lucky pet for other huges, but they will automatically accept for one huge Grim Reaper. And looking at the cosmic value list, the huge Grim Reaper is worth 2.3 trillion gems. Yeah, it's time for me to get scammed. And remember, the regular huge lucky pet's value is only about 1 trillion. Kind of a loss, but then again, we have a bunch of huge Grim Reapers to spare on some alt accounts. I've talked to the guy and I just had to confirm again if he's really wanting the huge Grim Reaper for this pet. Remember, the difference of the huge Grim Reaper, it was only a free-to-play pet during the Halloween event, and you can easily auto-hatch without having to click blocks for it, unlike the update we're in right now. And our guy finally has given us his username so we can actually do this trade. Okay, I hope he's really serious about this because we only have 7 minutes left to spare. All that time that I've been leaving my alt accounts on my 2 computers, wasting away electricity. I really hope this pays off, man. I hope he's not a troll because he hasn't really accepted yet. Oh my god, okay, what? We've actually got one of the easiest deals ever. As a bonus, we've also hatched 1 golden huge lucky pet, whilst the other alts didn't hatch much of anything else. I say that this update was pretty easy, but I don't know. What do you guys think about this update? Was this a W or an L?